Welcome back to Sunday Blueprint, where we build wealth that lets you sleep soundly on Monday morning. Most of us treat our bank accounts like a high-stakes casino table. We throw our hard-earned cash at random stocks, hot tips, and lifestyle upgrades, hoping for a lucky spin. Then we wonder why our financial house feels like it is about to collapse during the slightest economic tremor. Today, we are going to stop gambling. We are going to look at the cold, hard numbers of your paycheck. And we are going to build something that actually lasts. Think about the city around you. Here in Chicago, thousands of vintage homes were built way back in 1920. Those old brick bungalows have survived brutal winters, heavy lake effect snow, and decades of urban shifting. Why? Because they sit on a massive, thick concrete foundation. That concrete distributes the entire weight of the structure evenly across the ground. Your personal finances need that exact same load-bearing architecture. Without it, you are just living on sand. Let us check the baseline data on where we currently stand as a nation. According to the Bureau of Economic Analysis, the United States personal savings rate recently dropped to an average of just 3.6%. Think about that for a moment. Out of every $100 coming into a household, barely $3.60 stays behind for tomorrow. We are earning more than ever, but we are keeping almost nothing. That is not budgeting. That is a slow financial leak. When I spent my years on Wall Street, I saw high earners go broke faster than baristas. They made $500,000 a year, but they had zero structural integrity to their spending. Every new dollar earned just meant a new luxury expense added to the pile. Wealth is not about how much money flows through your fingers. Wealth is what stays behind after the storm passes. To fix this, we need a blueprint that handles every single dollar with absolute clarity. Enter the 50-30-20 rule. It was popularized way back in 2005 by Senator Elizabeth Warren in her book All You're Worth. Now, forget politics for a second. Look at the pure mathematical elegance of this framework. It divides your net income into three distinct structural pillars. 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for financial future. It is simple, it is rigid, and it works like a load-bearing beam. Let us break down the first pillar. 50% of your take-home pay goes strictly to needs. Notice I said needs, not nice-to-haves. This covers your rent or mortgage, your basic grocery bill, utility bills, health insurance, and the minimum payments on your debts. If your housing and car payments alone consume 70% of your paycheck, your house is already leaning. You have built your second floor before pouring the basement. Now comes the part that surprises people. 30% goes to wants. Yes, you heard me right. You are actually allowed to spend money on things that just make life enjoyable. Dining out with friends, streaming subscriptions, weekend trips, hobbies, and that daily latte if it genuinely brings you joy. The secret here is not deprivation. The secret is containment. Your wants live in a designated 30% box, and they are not allowed to overflow into the rest of the house. Which brings us to the final, most crucial 20%. This is your financial future pillar. This money does not sit in a checking account losing value to inflation. This money goes directly toward building your load-bearing foundation. It funds your emergency savings, it pays down high-interest toxic debt, and most importantly, it goes straight into long-term investments. 20% of every dollar you earn must be put to work for your future self. Let us look at what happens when you actually let that 20% compound over time. Imagine a 25-year-old starting fresh. They decide to invest just $200 a month into an S&P 500 index fund. That is roughly $6.60 a day. Less than a fancy sandwich. Historically, that market index has yielded an average annual return of around 8% over long horizons. Let us see where that takes you. By the time that 25-year-old turns 65, that small, disciplined monthly habit turns into over $580,000. Over $500,000 from $200 a month. You did not need to pick the next breakout tech stock. You did not need to day trade crypto in your pajamas. You just poured the concrete foundation of the 50, 30, 20 rule and let time do the heavy lifting for you. Most people fail at this not because the math is hard, but because the execution is messy. They rely on willpower at the end of the month. Willpower is a terrible building material. It cracks under pressure. Instead, you automate the whole process. The moment your paycheck hits your account on Friday, your bank automatically splits the funds. 20% moves straight to your investment and savings accounts before you even get a chance to spend it. Take control of your numbers today, so your numbers take care of you tomorrow. See you next Sunday. Before you close this video, I want you to ask yourself a hard question. What single unnecessary expense are you going to rip out of your foundation this very week? Look at your last bank statement. Find that one leak. Plug it up, pour your concrete, and start building a financial house that will stand tall for decades.